Hey guys, Station X here, and today we're going to be doing a video game pickups video. This one's going to be all PlayStation themed, and this is going to be episode 17. And now with it being all PlayStation themed, we have at least one game for every single PlayStation system that has come out, whether it be the home consoles or the portable systems. We got them all here. Well, at least we have them all represented. But this is another special one because not only is it like the 17th video game pickups I've done so far, this is going to be the season finale to season 2 of the channel. And I'm pretty excited about it. We've come a long way for being 2 years on the platform, and I'm very thankful for you guys for getting me this far. Basically, I didn't think I was going to ever reach the amount of subscribers I have or get the amount of attention I have on the channel, whether it be big or small. I consider it big, but I just appreciate the support from you guys. But without further ado, I just kind of want to jump right into this, and I guess we could kind of go in order from system to system, because since we only have one PlayStation 1 game, and it being Crash Bandicoot, of course, one of the main mascots for the PlayStation 1. Now, PlayStation 1 had kind of quite a few mascots to kind of take on that role, but I mean the two most prominent is gotta be Crash and Spyro. And while they're not exclusive to PlayStation anymore, these were the guys that kind of helped PlayStation kind of have a foothold into the video game industry like we do now. But this one's a really cool one. I actually have the original, like the remastered ones. So I never had like the original version, even though this is a greatest hits, not a black label one. It's still nice to have it. Now I'm only missing, as far as like the original version PlayStation Crash Bandicoots, is I'm only missing the second one really, because I have the third one warped, and then of course I have the remasters, but I don't have that second one. It's another cool PlayStation game to add to the collection. And we'll just kind of move these off to the side a bit and look at PS2. But now PS2, I don't have too many super cool ones. I'll just kind of get these out of the way. The Happy Feets and Incredibles, these are kind of just movie tie-in games. I mean, this one just it comes with a free movie ticket voucher inside. I actually doubt that it does have it in here. Yeah, but it does have the manual, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, like these are nothing like super great, although I will say the quality of them, whether they be really good or bad, was kind of a 50-50, whereas nowadays I would say anytime you get like a video game based off like a movie or a TV show, most times it's probably going to be mediocre or bad. But back in the day, you actually had a pretty good chance of it being pretty good. I don't know if these are any good, but hey, why not? Then you got Pac-Man World 2, again, greatest hits version, kind of icky on that, but it's whatever. Now, I've never really played a lot of the 3D Pac-Man games. I'm more of a 2D Pac-Man guy myself, and I think a lot of people will agree. But this one looks pretty interesting, so I'll probably try it out. And we also have Sims 2 Pets. Now, this I think was more of like an expansion than an actual like sequel to Sims, because I think this is just Sims 2, but with like the name suggested, just Sims 2 with pets basically. We also have Burnout here and Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. This one I actually have like the Xbox 360 version, so this is kind of like a last gen version. But Burnout's also pretty cool because this is like a unique racing game. Kind of is more focused on like destruction and crashes and stuff like that. There is one on the Switch. It's like a remastered one, Burnout Paradise Remastered, but this is the original Burnout game on the PS2. And now moving on to the PS3, and quite clearly that has like the most games in this pile here. We're gonna start off with we'll just start off with this pile first. We have Monopoly Streets, just a standard Monopoly game made by EA. There's a lot of EA games in this one. Here we have Mortal Kombat. So this is Mortal Kombat 9, and it's the the first time they rebooted it, because with the recent announcement of Mortal Kombat 1 kind of being like a fresh start, kind of reboot again, basically. This one is the original one that they did, and this one has a Kratos as a PlayStation exclusive kind of character here. It's kind of familiar to Soul Calibur, which I've recently mentioned on the channel in a recent video, but like how they have like exclusive characters to a fighting game, especially to like a particular platform. Now, did Xbox get an exclusive character? I don't think so, but what can you do? Midnight Club Los Angeles, the complete edition. This is a forgotten Rockstar series that Rockstar just kind of doesn't make anymore. The only games I've seen them really kind of pay attention to nowadays has been Red Dead and Grand Theft Auto. And while, you know, GTA is pretty good and Red Dead 2 is just absolutely amazing, I do miss some of their other franchises like Bully and Midnight Club, and you know, those kind of games are pretty neat. Here we have Dynasty Warriors 8. Like, speaking of Warriors games, like Hyrule Warriors and I believe Persona Strikers, those were based off like the Warriors games, because I think they were like kind of made with the same people. Oh, and Fire Emblem Warriors was another one too. So like they're all kind of like in the same kind of genre here. And here we have Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition, which comes with both like the first and second game, and also includes all downloadable content packs. And I do believe that's a digital code, but not sure actually. But yeah, first one was pretty good. I was not a fan of the second one per se. Here we have also the original Walking Dead Telltale game, Season 1. I remember when this was like digital only, and I was buying them when each episode came out day one, and then they had this physical release, then Season 2 and onward, and boy has the series gone through some up and downs. A really big roller coaster, but I don't think anything can beat the first season of The Walking Dead. And I mean, just with Lee and Clementine, that whole journey, just kind of being able to choose what happens. And all the choices might be arbitrary. They're not like they don't like affect super much of what happens in the game, really. Like, you could almost easily get the outcome you want, or just they don't really mean that much in the grand scheme of things sometimes. But I mean, I very much enjoyed the first season. Like, it was one of my favorite games, especially in 2012, where we had this, we had Black Ops 2, we had Assassin's Creed 3, and I know not a lot of people like that one, but those were like my top 3 for that year. Like, that was just like, that was it for me. You have Ace Combat Assault Horizon. I have very few experiences with Ace Combat, but it is pretty cool because it basically has to do with aircraft. You know, so it's an aircraft war game sort of deal. So not too many of those going around. Here we have Batman Arkham City. I mean, the Batman games are always a lot of fun. And while the most recent one, Gotham Knights, has a bit of a controversy, yeah, the Batman Arkham games have always been like fan favorites and just treasured. And this one's not too bad itself. I have the 360 version. I've played that one a lot, and so that one, lots of hours in it. Here we have Dante's Inferno, another EA game, and it will not be the last. I guess I see 2 more in this pile here, and some more coming in here. There's a lot of EA in this, but another cool one. I thought it was just kind of like a interesting looking game, basically. And we have Lord of the Rings. This is the one I had on the 360. Just kind of like complete PlayStation collection, trying to get all the games for all the systems, and so that's just kind of one of them there. Here we have like the original Spine PS3 games, with starting off with WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2010 featuring ECW. I think this is like the last game they had that featuring ECW one. And then 2011 would be like the last SmackDown vs. Raw game. And I remember like when I was super hardcore into wrestling into this time in 2009 and 10, like this was like, this game in 2011 I would see all the time. But I didn't really get into WWE games like truly until WWE 13. And I think a lot of people would agree with me that that was like one of the better WWE games. But I also do have some fond memories of SmackDown vs. Raw, specifically with 08 and 09. Those are like my favorites. But pretty cool stuff there. And of course we have the Simpsons game. A lot of people will you know, say that the Simpsons game is pretty good, and I do also just really like the way this looks. It's the kind of games like this where like we'll see what Family Guy does make an appearance in this as well, but that like Family Guy game and like the South Park game, it's just kind of one of those things where it's like true to the show. Batman Arkham Asylum, so it's another Batman Arkham game, and this one, I mean, it says right here, exclusive play as the Joker, challenge maps, Available only on the PS3 computer entertainment system. Requires broadband internet connection. Love those little blurps in it. It's very much Joker themed because, of course, it deals with the asylum, and who is more iconic to be in a crazy asylum place than good old Joker here. But I mean, lots of fun with that. And here we have a Tom Clancy game that's not Rainbow Six or Splinter Cell, so that's pretty, or Ghost Recon for that matter. Hawks. I bet you a lot of people do not know about this game, but it exists, and it is a Tom Clancy game. And another Lord of the Rings game. This one is Conquest, made by the same people who did the original Battlefront game, so it's kind of interesting. It's also just kind of interesting also because like EA would eventually take over the Star Wars series, so it's kind of fun to think of there. Ninja Gaiden or Gaiden, however you want to pronounce it, we have another one of these, and again, most of the Ninja Gaiden games that I have are on 360, other than like, of course, the original NES ones. But yeah, I know the series kind of went downhill after a while, but I do like the original ones. Ridge Racer 7, it's another racing game. I'm not like super into racing games other than kind of like the Gran Turismo and Forzas, but we have Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. I'm also just kind of not a big fan of the Splinter Cells. There's very few Splinter Cell games I like. This one's not one of them, but I mean, that's just kind of my opinion. If you do like Splinter Cell games, they're fine. I just never really enjoyed them all too much. I think just kind of like my favorite Tom Clancy game is more Rainbow Six. It's kind of my thing there. But now we've done those, we are moving on to, we'll just kind of combine the two because they're a bit smaller. PS4 and 5. So for PS4, we have Star Wars Squadrons. I don't think many people played this one. It's VR centric one as well, as considering there's a VR mode included, so it's pretty neat. And then we have, this is the Police 1 and 2. These were on sale, so this is the only reason why I kind of bought these. And so basically it was kind of one of those, if you got like 4 games for $10, you got them for like $20. So that was kind of the deal going on at the time. And these were like under 10, so just figured why not to add to the PlayStation collection. And then we have Eve Valkyrie. Now, I actually think this game does not work anymore. I don't know if the servers are on for this. And this is a VR game. So, I mean, that's cool. Another VR game to add to the collection, I guess. For PS5, we have Corvus or Chorvis, or however you pronounce this. I just, again, this was part of that sale going on, so that's why I got that. Same thing with MLB The Show 21, so that kind of completes the trio. And we have Battle Axe over here, so pretty cool thing here. I've never heard of this game, but I thought the cover was kind of cool, and it kind of gives me like that cool fantasy vibe, Oh, the case is broken a bit. That kind of sucks, but this is an official soundtrack, so that's pretty neat. I do enjoy me some official soundtracks, even, especially the physical ones. Those are pretty awesome. And now we get down to the handheld games. We have SOCOM US Navy SEALs Fireteam Bravo. The SOCOM series is something I do not see very often. This was a PlayStation exclusive series, and I think it just died off on the PS3. I'd never seen a SOCOM game on PS4, and I've never seen one on PS5. And I don't even think Vita got a SOCOM game, as far as I know. And then we have Need for Speed Carbon Own the City. This is, one of the Need for Speed games. I actually own the GameCube version of this, but I do believe this is a little different considering the fact that it's not, it has like its own tagline. So it's not only got the Need for Speed Carbon, it's got another subtitle there as well. And then Family Guy the game. Now, this is the PSP version, and this was kind of one of those games I was alluding to earlier with The Simpsons, but it's overall a fun time with that. And then we have PS Vita with, I'm always bad at pronouncing this game, but the Sagia 3 Advanced Detention. So, yeah, I'm very sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm just really bad at, as you can see, I'm bad at reading certain things. And then Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. and Jak and Daxter. This is the Jak and Daxter collection, includes the 3 games, so that is pretty cool. So that's obviously the first one, the second one, and the third one, which this was kind of part of their initiative back in the day to kind of do like these collections, and they all had like the same kind of cover going along with it. Like God of War had one, Sly Cooper had one, Ratchet and Clank had one, and so it was just kind of like that big initiative going on with that. But now let's just get all the games together, and yeah, that is pretty much it for this PlayStation themed video game pickups. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What is your favorite PlayStation system of all time? And with that, what is your favorite PlayStation game of all time? I would love to hear your opinions about it in the comments below. Or if you just hate PlayStation, let me know too. I doubt that many people hate PlayStation, considering it's a pretty popular system. But I mean, hey, I like them all. I'm not really into that console war stuff. But with that being said, that is the end of season 2. And again, I just like to say thank you for the support all throughout the 2 years I've been on the platform. You know, we've gotten very far, like I said, with the subscribers and stuff like that, and I don't really keep track of that all too much. It's just kind of surreal to me that anyone's even watching my stuff, because if you would have asked me like 3-4 years ago if I was going to do this, you know, I'm a really shy person, so I no one would believe that I would be talking to like an audience that likes the same stuff that I do, video game collecting basically, and just kind of unboxing and reviewing things. But with that being said, if you do like my content and want to support it even more, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do the whole shebang. I've been Station X, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.